Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you saw my last video, you saw me pack up and getting ready to leave for college. I did not film or create any content of me moving into college. It was a bit too much of an emotional experience for me to want to share that. And so my apologies, I have no content and I will not be creating a moving in video, but you will get a room tour, and that's what this video is about today. I currently go to school at Oregon State University, for those of you who are new, and right now we're actually in our winter term. So I've already gone through fall term, now is winter term, and then I have one more term, which is spring term, since the school operates on a quarter system. You don't have to go and attend school in the summer, but it operates technically on the quarter system that you start with. The whole school year starts in the summer rather than the fall. So fall's technically the second term. It gets really confusing. I don't really understand why. It seems to be like a West Coast thing. And I'm from the East Coast. I'm from South Florida, if you are new and don't know me. But yeah, so it's very interesting to me. But yeah, anyway, so I have completely adjusted to the room. Everything is pretty organized, relatively clean. I'll try and provide as much information as I can about the room, since I'm creating basically the video that I wish that I had moving into college and moving into a dorm, and kind of a bit more information about what I've learned and about the dorm and from previous experience of trying to figure stuff out before college, since I thought and found that that would be extremely helpful, and none of that was available. So yeah, I kind of guess without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so basically I'm going to start with some general information about what you might want to know, and feel free to comment. I'll respond pretty fast on this post if you have any questions. I'm a first year now, but I don't know when you're watching this video how long it'll have been, so I'm sure maybe something has changed, but I'm not entirely too sure what it would be. But I'll try and provide you with as much information as I can and am willing to give about pretty much anything. If you wonder where anything's come from or how the products worked for me that you've seen in the video, feel free to comment. I'll try and let you know, and I'll give you my honest opinion about anything and everything. So yeah, I'll try and do my best. I apologize if I have to switch over this recording to my GoPro. It has a lower quality and with the voice quality, but the memory on my phone right now, I have to go through it still, so I hope I don't have to record on my GoPro. I'll try and keep this as short and simple as I can, but I also want to give you the most amount of information to, including dimensions of things as well, as much as I can. And I just want to give you all the information that I really wish I had moving into college. So yeah, we'll get started. I live on the 5th floor of West Hall, which is the Honors College dorm, and I live in a double room, that's suite style. So I have suite mates who live right next to me, right there, and we share a bathroom, and that has a shower and a toilet. So I guess I'll give you the room tour, and I'll kind of provide information as I go. And I'll release lots of other videos about school and just about life on campus to try and help you figure that out. So go to hop over to my channel and feel free to watch those to help get a sense of any questions you might have, and feel free to comment anything, and I'll probably respond relatively fast since I watch like YouTube all the time while eating lunch, and I go check my notifications for other YouTubers that I follow. But yeah, anyways, I guess we'll get started with the room tour. Okay, so here I'm gonna get started with the door. It's right here. You just lock it this way. Pretty simple, not super fancy. There are 2 lights in this room. There's this one and there's that one. They don't provide much light. This one in the bathroom provides the most amount. I definitely recommend some desk lamps. So here's our little mat. We just went snowshoeing, so we have to return our rentals. OSU does this really cool thing where they have like to-go boxes. I love them. They're great. Just make sure you return them and don't keep them in your room for very long. These are the closets. I'm pretty sure every room in West has closets like this. Here's kind of how mine is organized. I have some shoes and clothes. They do fit a decent amount. I have these. You can hang them up. You're supposed to be able to fit more. I've never used them. They just kind of sit here now. So sorry, Mom, I should have listened to you. And there's 2 drawers here for several things. Similar layout on the bottom. Yeah, there's a long mirror here, so there's not really much of a need to buy like a long mirror. You can still check your outfit out while changing, I guess. Here we're able to fit a mini refrigerator. If you want more information, I can try and find it and put a link in the bio if someone wants, but we fit a decent amount of food and stuff in it. We have some things in there now. It's nice to have. And here's our little clip basket because it didn't end up being a fruit basket. Here's our floor. We have carpet. It's very nice. All the floors are tile in the dorm, besides the ones outside the door in the hallway, and those are carpeted. But I definitely recommend getting a vacuum cleaner and getting a carpet and keeping your room nice and clean, because it's nice to live in a clean room. So here is our mirror. It's a medicine cabinet. You can actually fit a decent amount inside, unless you just love to have many beauty products. Then you might want to have a bit of something else or organize it better than I did. But we both share that. We keep stuff on the counter, and we have a hot water boiler maker that's magnetic, or I think it operates on magnets. This is super useful. We also every now and then pour it down the drain too, like I just did like 20 minutes ago, just to get all the gook out, and it just kind of like cleans it. So if we rinse out anything of utensils that have food in it, then we just will clean it out that way. Just pour boiling water down it. They have their stuff down below in the cabinet. We got these shelves. They're pretty awesome, very useful. And then there's just like some random stuff back there, toilet paper and whatnot. This trash can is actually really nice. I like it, but it's a trash can. To each their own trash cans. Off to my side, which is a bit more of a mess, and I'm kind of like in the middle of my day right now. I don't have Fridays that are very busy, but I do have a skateboard. I have not used it, but I do have it out. I got this cabinet. This is super useful to have. I love it. I love the bedside table. This thing was nice to have, and I still keep stuff in it, like my glasses and my remotes for like the lights and the fan, and those were it's kind of nice to have both, but I would ultimately say get this if you can. If not, that works perfectly fine. My roommate has one on her side as well. So the room also comes with the cabinets. Anything that you see in this video that's light wood, the school provides for you. So I've just got some stuff in here, some pants, and then I have like random like things down in here, like really random drawer, like cleaning stuff and ornaments. But there's a lot of space. I did not loft my bed at all. I don't really know what it is. I think it's just like standard. I do have to like stand up on my desk to try and get up onto it. I do have this like 3-inch foam thing as well, which is really nice it's actually really comfortable. The only thing is that like it shifts off the bed, and I don't know like too much why, but it always shifts off the bed. So every night I have to like push it back, and yeah, it's a bit harder. But here's some decorations that I have. You can't hang anything onto the ceiling, but I was able to hang it onto the wall. Technically, you're allowed to use small push pins, like pins similar to this, and yeah, to that, to hang things up onto the wall. Then you also get this space back here. This is a Wuzu fan. It's super quiet. I can actually turn it on for a second so you can hear how quiet it is. Like, it's very quiet. Highly recommend them if you don't like the sound of fans but want the air. It's really nice, super useful, especially when you have to keep the windows shut for the heat. But yeah, so there's like a little shelf back here. You can fit a decent amount of stuff on it, which is really, really nice to have. We also have a little plant, but it's really nice to have the space for it. We also have this little cart. This kind of adds to our little kitchen. We go shopping about every other weekend for groceries and snacks, which is just really nice to have this cart. The only thing about this one in particular, like the one that I bought, is that the wheels are not like attached to the cart. So if you pick up the cart, the wheels just come out. So I can tell you a cart not to get. But yeah, this is my little desk set up. I have my monitor. It's quite messy now. I was just in the middle of doing some school work, and then here is my PC. There's a lot of space underneath the bed, which I really like. I'm sure I could organize it in a more efficient way to fit more stuff under there, but there's a decent amount there. The desks come with, I've got some tea on right now, but the desks come with like the shallow drawers. I've kind of got these to help organize what's in it. And then they're just deeper drawers down below. You don't have to get a new desk. I don't think that they really let you get a new desk. But it's not that bad. The back of the desk does fold up somehow. I don't know who or why, but this part right here, it does fold out. So I guess if you want a longer, deeper desk, then you can. But I would not want that personally. And then this is my roommate's side of the room, just to show. Her bed is lofted. It accidentally came lofted. I think a lot of people had it like, you know, they didn't request a lofted bed, which costs I think like an extra $200 to $500. I forget how much it is, maybe like $250 or whatever for it. But hers was just accidentally lofted and she just left it. So she likes it a lot. But yeah, so you get a lot more space under a lofted bed. I think we try to organize the furniture in the most efficient way possible. The two wardrobes were together at first and we separated them, but we just try to be as efficient as we could with our space, and there's a lot of space in the room, so I don't think there's any sort of lack of that. Okay, so unfortunately my phone ran out of storage like expected, so I have to continue the rest of this just on my GoPro, my tiny little GoPro that unfortunately I barely used. So I'll show you the bathroom next. And it's just got a stall door for the toilet. And they have these towel racks, which is really nice. And then it's the shower. The shower is really small. I'm like a 5'7", or not 5'7", I wish. I'm like a 5'5.5". I don't know why I said 5'7". I'm like a 5'5.5" tall person, and like the shower head is literally like right here. So if you're a tall person, the showers are gonna kind of suck. But you know, it's not too bad. Yeah, I'll try and provide some dimensions to the room now. So let me figure that out. So the shelf is about 8 inches. No, that's not in inches. Oops. The shelf is about 7 inches deep, which is really nice. Okay, the width from here to here is about 7 feet 8 inches long. So yeah, that's just this little nook. Your room might be mirrored to mine, so the room for suite mates is the exact opposite of this room. So don't expect something similar. As well with the bathroom, it can vary and it can change. The bathroom can be like this hallway style bathroom like I just showed, or it can kind of be like a small cube, smaller bathroom. It might have a different orientation, but the amenities, the shower will be, and the toilet stall will still be the same, as I've seen in previous videos. But that might be a little bit different, so I'm not going to provide the dimensions because the bathroom's probably not going to be the same as the one there. Okay, and I just measured from here to here, so from the edge of the wardrobe right here to the wall right here is about 8'3". Okay, and from this wall, from this corner to here to the other side of the corner, this wall is about 6 feet. And for my desk, it's about 3'5" wide, and I'd probably say about like 1.5, 2 feet long. Well, I guess this is wide, so, or this is wide, this is long. So 3'5" long and about 1.5 to feet wide. I got that correct. One thing too that I did forget as I was about to start editing this video is that these chairs do not come with the dorm, although my roommate and I both have the same one just because I liked my roommate's chair and bought it. They don't come with the dorm. They come with like wooden chairs, so I'd recommend, if you're going to spend a lot of time in your room, which you probably will spend a decent amount of time, then to invest in just a chair that's not a wooden chair that just sits here. These chairs are pretty comfortable, though I like it a lot. And just another note here, there is a gap between the mattress, which is right here, and the like the wall. Whoops, there's my dumb duck. It's a great light. But there is a gap here, so I did use these. These were pretty cheap off of Amazon. They're like wedges to fill it in, since I don't like sleeping with a gap there. It's much cheaper than a headboard or anything else on Amazon. They probably cost me around like maybe $8 each, $15 each, around there. I don't think I paid more than $30 for both of them, which is pretty good. They're pretty good quality, and they're very comfortable to have. But I definitely recommend getting those after seeing your situation. and if you don't like this space, that might be like right here in the gap. A few more things about the dorm. The dorm does not have any AC at all, but we do have heating. I wouldn't say it's much of a worry. It was something that I was really concerned about since I'm coming from South Florida, and all we use in Florida is just AC. We don't use heat. No one does, even if it's the winter usually. And not many houses even have heat in Florida. But for here, I would not be concerned about not having AC. We just open up our windows. Both of these open and that one opens, but we usually just open this one. It's open right now just to circulate some air in the room, and that works pretty fine. The heat works really well, and actually I can show you where that is now, since I kind of wish I knew where it was before. It's in this heating panel right here in the corner of your vent. It's a tiny little thing. I don't even know if you can see it, but it's right there, and it's pretty hard to get to. It's a super simple dial that you have to stick your hand into the wall, and I think we figured if we turn it this way, so you turn it counterclockwise, that heats up the room. If you turn it clockwise, it doesn't heat up the room. But the heat is no issue. It works really well, actually. I'm only wearing a sweater just because I like wearing sweaters. It's not cold in here at all, as long as you have the heat on, and they make it mandatory for you to turn the heat on once it's become winter. So I'm sorry I had to film that mostly on my GoPro. I just have to go through my phone storage or buy a new camera for vlogging. My goal for this year is to get more into YouTube. But yeah, if you have any questions and it's before the date, like I think July 13th, and you want to know more specific about measurements for something, feel free to comment below and ask me if it's something specific about an amenity or just something specific related to campus. Feel free to let me know, and I'll try and answer the best that I can. Just pay attention to the date of this video. I don't know how old it'll be by the time you're watching it, but hopefully not too old. And yeah, I hope that this was really helpful to you. It's pretty much everything that I would have really wanted to know before moving in and while searching for a dorm and picking one out. So I hope this is able to provide you some more insight, specifically about West Hall. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and feel free to hit the notification button. I will try and post more often. We'll see. But yeah, feel free to do any of that. It would be very much appreciated. And yeah, see you around.